There's a few ways we can talk about why the word laity makes a special sense of who I am as a lay person. First of all, you might start maybe in a negative way. We think of a lay person is not a priest, is not a cleric, right? Or is not a religious brother or sister. This is oftentimes how we define it in the church. So we have the lay people in the church, and then we have clerics, which are priests, deacons, and bishops, and then we have religious brothers and sisters. And so if you think of it that way, laity, the people we're describing, out of the 1.2 billion or so Catholics, make up about 5% of the population of the church. So it's a big deal. This is a lot of people. I think that's important first, that we distinguish it. That's how we speak when we say, I'm a lay person, which means I'm not a cleric, I'm not a priest, I'm not a religious. But positively speaking, far more important is this. The church defines laity as the faithful, as God's people, as the people who have, through baptism, been made sons and daughters of God, brothers and sisters of Christ, disciples, and so forth. This is our identity. Our primary identity as Christians is as God's people. And the word laity literally means people, God's people. So this is who we are. We're God's people. And that, along with that goes a whole, a whole list of things that gifts we've received, a mission we've been entrusted with. So that's what makes us special. Another thing that makes us special, though, besides that, and that's a lot, is that laity in the church is usually reserved to describe a mission that has to do with the world. Now, laity, we're members of the church. We're full members of the church, participating in the life of the body of Christ. As parishioners who go to Mass, who help out in the organization and living out of the church and her mission, and helping teach the faith and spread the faith. But we have a specific mission as lay people in the world, which means that our mission has to do with bringing Christ out into the secular world, into the professions, into the culture, into politics, into marriage and family life, into all the ordinary circumstances of life. That's our mission, because that's the world we live in, the world. Now, priests and religious are set apart from the world in many ways to dedicate themselves to their sacred duties, to providing for us a place of worship, to teaching, to governing the church and making sure that we as a community are living in faith and harmony with each other and discerning our gifts and carrying them out appropriately in harmony as members of the body of Christ. But lay people specifically have a mission in the world. And I think this is the key that, for me, is most important for people to understand, that their faith ultimately is about the way they live out in the world, which flows from the way they live in church.